People are getting increasingly anxious about the coronavirus. They're concerned that it will spread into their communities, and rightly so. In today's video, I'll share with you 5 ways to stay calm and not get anxious during this epidemic. Hi, I'm Fabian Morgan from Starting Momentum. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe and hit the bell so that I can notify you when we publish new videos. Number 1. Choose your source of information carefully. Many of the sources out there are sensationalized to drive fear into you. And sometimes it seems as if they borrow the same stories from each other to appear credible, so that if all of them are saying the same thing, then it must be true. Really? Not necessarily so. Also, don't rely on friends and neighbors and people in general to keep you up to date. Check the facts for yourself, because people relay information based on their own interpretation. This means that the best that they can do for you is to keep the information as close as possible to the original message, which might not always be the case. It's like pouring yellow ink into water, and all of a sudden you see all this red ink. And you say, where is all this red ink coming from? It's called distorted information. So be sure to check the facts to make sure that the information is valid. Now, once you have your sources verified, be careful that you don't overexpose yourself to all the negative news and the negative images so that you don't get depressed. Number 2, find out and implement the necessary measures to protect yourself. It's like carrying an umbrella in case it rains. Okay, but you get the point. When you have an umbrella, you don't care about rain clouds in the skies because you have the peace of mind of being prepared. But if you don't have an umbrella, that's when you feel the anxiety of not being prepared. The principle is similar in this case. When you have the correct information, you feel a sense of control, like there are things that you can do to protect yourself and your family. One way to get credible information is to visit your government's official website. In Canada, for example, one of the websites we have is the Government of Canada website. In the US, one of the websites is the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Both websites outline specific measures that you can take to minimize your exposure to the virus. For example, wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially after using the washroom and when preparing food. Use alcohol-based hand sanitizer if soap and water are not available. When coughing or sneezing, cough or sneeze into a tissue or the bend of your arm, not your hand, and dispose of any tissues you have used as soon as possible and wash your hands afterwards. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth with unwashed hands. Clean surfaces frequently with household cleaners or diluted bleach. And there's a lot more information that you can find in the links below. Number 3, spend more time with your positive friends and less time with your negative friends. Why is this important? Because negative people will always find a reason to see and speak about the worst part of every situation. And by the time you're finished talking to a negative person, your blood pressure will be so much higher than it was before. On the other hand, positive people don't deny that there's a problem, but they see it as just that, a problem, which means that what? There has to be a solution. Every problem has a solution. And by the time you're finished talking to a positive person, you feel so much better, like everything is going to be okay. Number 4. Now, why would I encourage you to talk to positive people and not encourage you to talk to God? So number 4 is pray. Pray for guidance, for protection, and of course, for calmness. Number 5. Make intentional decisions every day to enjoy your life. In the end, it's your responsibility to keep yourself happy. There's enough bad news around to keep you anxious for the rest of your life. There's news about terrorism, crime and violence, economic depression, more and more epidemics, and the list continues. And this is in addition to your personal problems. What this means is that you have to make conscious decisions every day to tune out all the noise and all the negatives and engage yourself in positive activities that will uplift you. Make a list of all the habits that are causing you anxiety and sleepless nights and work to replace them with better habits. And I say work because it takes work to change old habits, but the rewards are priceless. Comment below, which one of these 5 steps did you find most useful today?